Monday, February 13th, 2023. Crude oil. This week I'm going to do something a little different in my video trade journal. I'm just going to go from the lower time frames and then zoom out. The lower time frames, very bullish. Absolutely could be a smaller 1-2 or it could be an AB. But in any case, this measures well. This looks like a wave 4. And this kind of, look, if you use your imagination, 1, 2, 3, look where this terminated, 1, 6, 1, 8. Look, it held the pivot. Could that be a wave 4? Yeah. Could this be a final wave 5 of C? Actually, I got that backwards, right? 5 of C, maybe. If this is an ABC, see, because if this is an ABC, maybe the 1, 2 is actually not this larger 1, 2, but this smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this could be an ABC, which would be corrective overall, but I'm sure the bulls are thinking, no way, Brad, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the next new impulse the bottom is in. Okay, but as I zoom out, I think it's less compelling. I mean, it certainly could be. It's less compelling. What I'm really looking at too, in addition to just Elliott wave, is just certain levels that I watch that tend to be in effect over time. And one of them is this 80.35 to 81.20. Price has gotten above it a few times in the last 4 months, but it never can hold it. So going all the way back to November, each time price gets into this region, it fails. Okay, and then here we are approaching that region, and you know what I just showed you on the micro, this nano stuff, right? If it wants to really give a nice fifth wave, and this extends on this nano scale here, if it really extends, if it follows these fibs, it's possible that it comes all the way up above here to, the 200 fib is up here at 82 and change. So that could happen. But, if I just stick to the 4-hour chart and look at that parameter, 80.35, 81.20, 81.95, right? The 200 fib I just showed you was 82 and change. So even if it pops above here, I'm going to be watching very closely to be short up here, because regardless of whether the bottom is in or not, this is where you would expect a U-turn. And regardless of Elliott wave too, just this area has been very reliable until it's not, for where you would expect some kind of topping action. And even if this is 5 waves, it still needs to pull back because price doesn't move in a straight line, right? So whether you're bullish or bearish, whether it's an A, B, C, or a 1, 2, and a new 5-wave impulse, this is where you would expect reasonably for the wave to terminate. And then if you look at the daily, this is where it's even less compelling to be bullish. Let's just look at the structure. You've got a descending trend line, expanding formation here, which means wouldn't be surprised at all if price comes up. Look where the 618 is, 83, 87. Come up into this range again for the 4th time, and then finally give up something more impulsive looking to the downside. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just saying this would certainly look better as such. I moved the C over. It was here, so I just moved it over. But ultimately, the structure isn't changing, to my view anyway, on the daily. It just looks like it needs to come down into here. And these levels have been on here for at least 9 months. So we'll see about that. And then the weekly, last thing, kind of interesting to me on the weekly. Weekly is still bearish. It's been bearish. What's interesting to me is that the week of December 5th, going back 9 weeks ago, established a range that has yet to be broken. In other words, all of the price action, all of it, for the last 9 weeks, has been inside of the range of the December 5th weekly candle. And look at the technicals for that whole time. Bearish, 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 bearish. Look at the price action. Look at the structure. It's bearish on the weekly. So I'm not trading weekly, but what I would want to see is that this does not come up above this 82.72 ideally, or 83, 88. 81, 82, fine. Comes up more into 81, 82, fine, just like it did these other weeks, and then it craps out. I would love to see that. That'd be great. I'll be stalking short. up here. If it keeps coming, there is a lot of daylight above this area. There really is. If it gets above this box, Man, that there's a lot of daylight up there. I might have to flip and start scalping to the long side. But right now, I'm not looking at the long side. I'm looking at the short side. All right, so that's all I got. Is there anything else? No. I think that's kind of just how simple it is. Locally bullish, long-term bearish. Hey, good morning, buddy. Hi.
Make sure to subscribe to Daddy's channel and get him 1,000,000 likes.
Thank you, son. There you go.
And hit the bell.
Hit the bell. All right, guys. Thanks. That was good timing. Have a great Sunday. Happy Super Bowl. See y'all.